Hello everyone, this is Ross Zhang, the head of marketing for Huobi Group. Thank you for participating in the AMA today, and thank you for posting lots of great questions on Huobi Global's Reddit. So today I'm going to explain what Huobi Prime is and how Huobi Prime is different from IEO, and how you can participate in Huobi Prime. And so first of all, I would like to explain what is Huobi Prime. So Huobi Prime is a better way to access cutting-edge crypto project with high potential for impact and growth. One designed not just for the deep-pocketed and well-connected, but also for ordinary retail traders. Huobi Prime will involve 3 rounds of coin trading, so each lasting 30 minutes. The price will be capped, but the cap will rise as time goes round. So as an example, Huobi Prime's first project, Top Network, might be made available at a discount of 30% off in the first round, and 20% off in the second round, and a 10% off discount in the third round. So these are just indicative examples. The actual discounts will vary by coin listed and maybe higher or lower. So please do note that individual purchases through the Huobi Prime cannot exceed the equivalent of 1,000 US dollars in Huobi token. And also you need to be qualified to participate in Huobi Prime based on the regulations and compliant ways. And lots of people are confused about Huobi Prime and IEO, and lots of people actually think that Huobi Prime is IEO. That's not the case. So IEO stands for Initial Exchange Offering. So it is a way for the project team to raise funds from the exchange. Huobi Prime is not IEO. So normally the IEO will charge project listing fee because they are basically helping the projects to get the fundings. Huobi Prime does not charge listing fee for the project. So the purpose of Huobi Prime is not to raise funds for the project through an exchange. The purpose of Huobi Prime is to give regular investors easier access to premium projects at a discount price. So it is similar to Huobi's existing listing process with a number of key advantages, including all coins purchased through Huobi Prime are immediately available and are tradable on Huobi Global against the Huobi token, which is our native platform token. So there's no need to wait for pre-sales or similar delays. And second, so there's a rigorous screening and selection processes to ensure only premium projects that have not yet to be listed on other major exchanges are included in Huobi Prime. And third key advantage is it's an easy access to coins that below the market price. And there's you can access both, it's accessible to both big and small players. And Huobi Primes, and actually that's one of the major goals for Huobi Prime, it's open to regular users, not just professionals or VIPs. So, and also Huobi Primes, because of the price cap, and because of the tiered price cap for Huobi Prime, so that's a method that we use to mitigate the periods of extreme volatility when the market opens. So it helps to reduce the risk of adverse impacts on the investors. So that's how Huobi Prime is different than the IEO. So talking about the qualifications to participate in Huobi Prime, the user base for Huobi Prime is the same as Huobi Global. So as long as you are compliant with the local regulations on digital assets or cryptocurrency tradings on Huobi Global, you will be qualified for Huobi Prime. There are some countries that are restricted. For those countries that are restricted from trading on Huobi Global, the users will be restricted to participate in Huobi Prime based on their IP address. So for crypto users, that they want to access to the new tokens while Huobi Prime, that is easy. So generally speaking, Huobi Prime requires a Huobi Global account and an average daily holding of 500 or more Huobi tokens in your Huobi account, counting back 30 days from the launch date. However, it's because it's getting close to the launch date of Huobi Prime for the first project. Huobi Global decides to waive the 500 HT requirements for the users to participate on Huobi Prime. So, as long as you are qualified and compliant with the digital assets regulations on Huobi Global, as long as you have Huobi Global account, you can participate. There's no 500 HT requirements for the first project, to be listed on Prime. So why is 500 HT is considered as a default rule? Because we want to find a balance between the general public availability and also the user base. So that's why the default rule is 500 HT, but we waive the 500 HT limitation for the first launch of top project on Huobi Prime. And because the HT price is fluctuated with the market, the actual holding requirement for each project may vary. For example, for the second round, for the second project to be listed on Prime, the holding requirement may be different than the first one. So please stay tuned with our official announcements on social media or the PR release. And lots of people were asking, how are the projects selected? So we use smart chain model. So I'm pretty sure like many of you are already familiar with it, because we use a smart chain model to evaluate every single projects that's listed on Huobi Main and Huobi Next. And plus, because Huobi Prime is a top add-on, for Huobi Main. So at minimum, all projects selected for the inclusion in Huobi Prime must possess the following. So first of all, it needs to have a strong project team. For example, the first project that we listed, the top network, it has a strong founding team. The CEO is a serial entrepreneur, and the CMO graduated from Yale Business School. So, and also the CTO and the founding team have really solid background. So the second criteria is, the project needs to have a progressive business model with a long-term value creation. So it needs to generate a long-term value instead of a short-term value or speculation. The third criteria is it needs to have impressive financial backing. So why is that? It's because the Huobi Prime is not the way to raise funds for the project. So that's why the project itself needs to have the financial backing. And the fourth criteria is it needs to have an excellent community support, because Huobi believes the community support is crucial to the success of the project. And the fifth one is the project needs to have a solid reputation. There should be no negative news or scandals of the project or the founding teams. And then last but not least, the project cannot be listed on other major exchanges except for Huobi Prime. So that's basically the core criteria that we select the project to list it on Huobi Prime. And in addition to that, we also consider other factors as well. For example, if the project has a major technology advancement or breakthroughs, then that will be a strong plus. If the project if the founders of the project have strong background or the exceptional reputation in the industry, that will be considered as a strong plus too. Also, if the projects are supported by famous advisors or respected experts in the industry or the industry leaders, that will be a plus to the project too. So for example, the top network project was one of the advisors is the CEO of Zoom meeting. And also we look at the token economics of the project as well. So the token economics of the project needs to make sense and it has good use cases. It needs to have a real use scenario for the token economics of the project. And also, if your project is invested by Huobi Capital or Huobi Global Ecosystem Fund, that will be a strong plus too. So I want to remind the project team that, if your coins are not eligible for Huobi Prime, don't be disappointed. You may still be available or eligible for the listing on Huobi Global or Huobi Next via our already established coin listing channels. Okay. So actually, if you are from the project team and you want to get listed on Huobi Prime, so the following things that are the support from Huobi side. So first of all, we can help. So we provide a fast and direct channel to list it on Huobi Main. And second, there's no listing fee for the project getting listed on Huobi Prime. So that's part of the reason that we are not IEO. We're not initial exchange offering. And also, Huobi provides the consulting services and comprehensive support for the project team to help them get listed on Huobi Prime. And also, we will provide a joint marketing effort globally to the product team, and not just a domestic marketing. And we will provide a global marketing support to help you properly market the project to the wider audience. And also, one of the strengths that Huobi Group has is the Huobi ecosystem, so that the project team, if they are listed on Huobi Prime, then they not only get support from the Huobi Global, but also from the entire Huobi ecosystem. Okay, all right. I think that those explanations should give you guys some idea or an overview on what Huobi Prime is, what is the benefit to the regular users, and also the project team. And I would like to pick some specific questions to answer. So the first question is, do I need to be verified or do any KYC in order to participate in the launch of top coin? So Huobi Prime has the same requirement as Huobi Global. And also, as long as you have Huobi Global account, and also as long as you are complying with the regulations, you are able to join. You are able to participate in the Huobi Prime. So the KYC is not required, but we strongly recommend that you do a full KYC in order to participate. So that will give you the flexibility when you want to withdraw. And the second question is, how many Huobi tokens do I need to have in order to buy during the Huobi Prime phase? So we have a default rule that you need to hold 500 Huobi tokens. Your daily average holding of Huobi tokens needs to be 500 or more, counting back 30 days from the launch date. However, because this is the first Huobi Prime launch, and this 500 HT requirement is waived for the people who want to participate in the first Huobi Prime launch. So please remember that. And later on, so for example, if you want to participate for the second Huobi Prime project, you may need to have 500 Huobi token requirements. So please remember that. So the third question from the Reddit is, what countries can participate in Huobi Prime, and why are so many countries listed cannot participate? So how are you going to verify buyers and not from those regions? So it's because the compliance reasons. So Huobi Prime doesn't change the user base or the compliance requirement from Huobi Global. So it is the same. So as long as you are complying with the digital asset trading compliance, and as long as you are complying with digital asset trading regulations from your country, you are qualified to participate in Huobi Prime. So for the countries that are not, we will restrict the users based on their IP address. So Huobi Prime will enforce this. And some people were asking, so what is the maximum amount of top tokens that one person is able to buy? Can people make up more than one account to buy over the maximum? How are you going to ensure that robots aren't buying all the tokens per round? So that's a great question. So the individual purchases made through Huobi Prime cannot exceed the equivalent of $1,000 in Huobi token. And I know it's like some people are trying to manipulate the game or trick the game. So we do have anti-phishing and anti-bot mechanism built in our system to restrict the Autobots to buy the top tokens during the prime phase. And also, there's another question about, is there any difference other than price of Huobi tokens between round 1 through 3? If not, why have 3 rounds? So there's so the price, well, first of all, the price cap for these 3 rounds are different. So technically speaking, the price in the second round is higher than the first round, and the price for the third round is higher than the second round. And so we have this price cap to avoid extreme market volatility. All right. So the next question is, Huobi tokens value is increasing right now. What is Huobi doing to ensure people will not sell all the HT after each prime phase and drive down the price? So for if you look at this, we can you can think about it like in two phases. The first phase is a Huobi Prime phase, right? So we set the price cap during the prime phase so that the price won't go below the price cap. However, like when the secondary, when it's open to the general public, after the prime phase, the price is determined by the entire market. So Huobi is not manipulating the market. So that really depends on how Huobi token holders or the top coin holders view the perspectives on the project. So the next question is, what will the price of top token be after the third round? Is there any mechanism that will help ensure the price stability? Because we're not manipulating, because Huobi is not is not manipulating the market, and the price will totally depends on the market response after the prime phase. So the next question is, how often will Huobi Prime launch tokens? Every month? So the new launch will be coming up soon. Please stay tuned with our social media channels like Twitter, Facebook, or Reddit for the latest updates. So I can tell you guys that there's a very good project candidate pool already. So we are already evaluating the project for the second Huobi Prime launch. Please stay tuned. Next question is, okay, so will the requirement for the next launch be 500 HT? If so, when will the snapshot occur? We want to ensure that, that users understand the qualification. So like in general, as a general rule to participate in Huobi Prime, you need to have a Huobi Global account that holds an average daily holding of 500 HT, counting back 30 days from the launch date. And the snapshot will occur every day at 12 a.m. Please remember that. However, for the first launch of Huobi Prime, the top project, so the 500T requirement is waived. So as long as you are compliant with the digital asset trading regulations and have a Huobi Global account, you should be qualified to participate in the first launch of Huobi Prime. So the last question is, what reasons do people have to hold onto Huobi token after the launch? Can you provide more details on that? So the reason that you hold Huobi token is to participate the next round, basically, and also because Huobi Prime provides a good use case for Huobi token holders. They can use the Huobi token to participate in the Huobi Prime. And if you look at the recent price trend for Huobi token, then I think to hold the Huobi token in the long term will bring the value to our customers, as Huobi token will get more and more use cases. Yeah, so those are the top 10 questions I got from Reddit. So if you still have any questions, please do post on Huobi Global Reddit, and myself and my coworkers will help answer the questions that you may have about Huobi Prime. So please stay tuned with our latest updates from Huobi social media channels like Twitter at Huobi Global, or my personal Twitter account at Ross_Zhang at So please stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching my live AMA. Thank you very much. Bye.